Gus, it's good to have you. Anytime, sir. Sorry we couldn't bring more. We had to smuggle our servers in. We anticipate the attack to come from two flanks to the left and... Sir, droid gunships approaching. Quick! Defensive positions! General. Quick, we need a medic! Sir, drones approaching! Sir, I know it's not ideal, but I can leave the men in the front while you defend the general. Alright, there we go.
Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs. I hope you enjoyed that intro. First time I'll give a huge shout out to Brick Regen for voicing those awesome clones. Please check him out, he has amazing stop motions. And yeah, but with that said, you just saw the general has been injured and knocked out of combat, and Gary is taking up the front because Captain Rex has to, defend the general and take care of him because, he's unconscious. And the droids have launched a full forward assault. Now, this has to be, aside from my clone base MOCs, and possibly one of the other ones, this is my biggest freeform MOC easily. And probably like my second or third biggest MOC after you don't count my bases. But it's up there, and I think it's amazing. Now, this combines a build we used in the last video, and we added a lot to it. Now, this is basically every template I have that isn't already in use in some form, whether it be on the clone base or otherwise, but this is basically every one I have. And it looks really good. It looks very crowded, but yeah. So again, as you all know, Gary, who gave up the information because he knew about what was going to happen on Umbara, so that way he could try to save his brothers. It ended up kind of backfiring. It didn't really backfire. It kind of worked because he wants them to pull out of the Battle of Umbara, but he knows they won't because that's how the cookie crumbles in Star Wars. But yeah. So with that said, I really hope you guys enjoy. Please remember to subscribe. It'll help the channel a ton. And let's get into it. Here it is, everyone. The finalized design for Gary that you saw earlier. And he is leading the charge for this insane droid assault. Now, we have a ton of clone troopers in here. In fact, I have every single brand new 501st Legion clone trooper I own in this battle, and it is epic. Now, featured here, you will see plenty of battle droids, and basically the format of the MOC is you have the defense right here, you have like the walkers and all that, you have the general who's in here in the tent getting treated by a medic, you have this secondary defense that was set up. This was after like kind of a, the bombing, they had this little set up. Here we have R2. I gave him a little droid unit because I thought that would be fun because he had, his 501st droids. So I thought they matched and that would be perfect. Here we have a squad who's running towards here. And as that happened, they got ambushed by, this guy fell, but by a bunch of super battle droids and commando droids. And here is our Captain Boomer. And yeah, so we're going to get into all the intricacies and details. So yeah, first you'll see all this dark tan with all these brick wall pieces in this nice little ground. I love the way this came out. It looks very cool. I just love it. Here we have Gary right there. That is epic as ever. Might see a thumbnail like that. And yeah, so we're going to go all the way around. You just see this epic battle. The clones rushing to the trenches. This guy is taking out the Clankas. This guy, we got this droid, we got this droid, we got this droid. They're just been ambushed. They were kind of seeing it. They were looking for it. They were getting ready, but they weren't expecting the bombing. That was unknown because the area has a bit of a problem with ships, like a field. But here's the commander running in. I don't have a tactical droid. I wish I did. Walker with a helmet that was actually sent in from fan mail. So if you want to send in fan mail, that's the way to do it. Now we also have the custom Swamp Speeder, who is my spirit ship, my spirit animal. I love this thing. It's made out of the 501st ATRT parts. Made a video on that. Did really well. We also have this heavy trooper who's been reoccurring. That sergeant. A lot of you guys were giving me names. I personally wasn't feeling any of them for those guys. And yeah. And we also have 2 returning characters who has not been seen since the original Clone Outpost back when I had 2,000 subs. I wanted to reposition them, but it is Gary and George and Gus here to fill in after Gary. They got a bit of reinforcements from the 501st, and they came in to take over his command, but he ended up having to take the battle on with them, and they are a nice addition to have back with the Clone Boys. They're back. I'm gonna hopefully be getting new helmets for them soon, and yeah. Now here you'll see Fives, who is epic. I love Fives. He is taking on the droids. You know, he was like kind of holding on to Gary to make sure he didn't run away. We have this clone. He was hit by a droid. I guess he was shot, and he is not doing too hot. And here, again, Fives, who looks baller, and I'm just super happy to have Gus and George back. I believe this is Gus, and this is George. And yeah, so here are the super battle droids. We have these boys, along with the commando droids. He is taking out the custom 501st Trooper. A lot of people didn't like him. I like him, but a lot of people in that video didn't like him. Here is the Boomer. Let's go over there. Basically, I really like how I did this. It was like the cases, we had them back here last battle. But yeah, now this battle, they're all over here. We have a little cameo of my helmet with a little gun. We got all these little Republic cases, and again, the commandos ambushed them with the super battle droids. They are not ready. So we have these 2 little defenses. Captain Boomer is taking up the defenses, making sure that nobody gets past him. We got these boys. We got the little officers who have the brand new headpieces. Ooh, shaky. We also have that clone boy over here. We have a dead boy. We have another about to be dead boy. And then here is the back defense. Now, back here, oh, sorry about that, we have a lot of named characters. You got Apo, who you saw in the beginning. We have Hardcase, Captain Rex, who is defending the General, of course. The General is in dire need of medical help. Now, in here, we also have some other 501st boys. We also have this clone boy over here, and they are in a very desperate situation. Got a lot of questions on where I got the tents. You could get those at Cape Cantina, as well as the little Republic flag. Use code STUDSPROMO, and then you get like 10% off, and it helps me out. But yeah, so in other words, we have all of these droids. I don't know how many, let me count. We have about 55 battle droids. This is basically every plain B1 battle droid I own, which is insane. Except for the Kashyyyk / pilot ones. But yeah, that's pretty much everyone I own. It's every 501st Trooper I own, because, you know, I do it kind of like Solbrick Studios, where he overly buffs up the clones, and I think that's just perfectly appropriate for this type of a battle. And also remember, minifigure proportions are weird, so I think this would make sense for something like this. Now, in the last video, I promised we'd have a area for the walkers to sit, like a bunch of 501st walkers, but that just didn't work out, and it wouldn't have made sense, and I only have one of these types of builds, and yeah, none of it really added up. So that's why I did that. But yeah, so we have, like, in the main characters in the battle, we have our Fives, Hardcase, Rex, Anakin, who is in desperate need. I like to think that's Kix back there. I don't know, because I don't have a Kix figure, sadly. We got Gus, George, Gary, the unnamed people, the Boomer, and the company. And I think I said Apo. I don't know. I was going to include General Grievous, but that might have not made a ton of sense. A second to just kind of like pan around so you could appreciate the detail on the ground. That's not supposed to be there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see through all the battle droids. Might be taking those off so you can analyze it. But yeah, so you take a little look at that. You got all of this. I really like what I did here with the different color variation. You have like the dark, the light. I think they just kind of set it up. I also totally didn't run out of dark tan. And you can see where I kind of started to lose a little bit of pieces. I got a bit desperate towards the end. I'm not going to lie. I am not huge on these pieces. I mean, I am, but I don't have that enough to like sustain this much. You know, I really like what I did here. I was originally going to have that be an area for Anakin's speeder bike, but that exploded in the bombing. So not much going on there. If anyone's wondering where the bomb explosion victims are, they're in the tents. We just don't see, and the other tents that are in there that you don't see. And that's basically it. This series is going to be going on way longer than I thought it would. I have a lot of plans for how this is going to go. We're going to have many other clone legions. Not just going to be the 501st on this one planet. Don't worry, they're going to get their chance, though. Yeah, I keep saying And other than that, we have a lot of 501st troopers. Hopefully we'll get more. I want to do like some sort of hangar battle, a prison break, all of that fun stuff. And with all of this, it's just super fun. I love this base. I'm going to do a quick figure showcase before we do this. But yeah, here is the new officer. I really like him, obviously. Here's the brand new Gary. So if anyone's wondering what I did here, was I gave him CAC arm printing. So I gave one of my CAC clone torsos this. I just want him to be more official Lego. So it's easier to like make stuff around him. Have him be kind of unique because all the other clones have these new helmets. I mean, it's not that different, but it's just different enough that you'll still be able to notice him out of a crowd. Here's Gus. He is obviously a heavy trooper. He's got a little minigun. He's Clonery Customs as well. He's just amazingly detailed. I totally recommend you pick up this guy. He is great, and that's the only problem with these guys. CEC in general. Their visors are always falling off, and when you try to push them on, sometimes you'll be like, and you'll get aggravated and it'll snap. I had a stop motion where I used Captain Lucas had a visor, and his just snapped in half during mid-production, and that was the scariest thing. Luckily, I was able to Gorilla Glue it. Here's George. He's using the old CAC helmet, but you don't notice too much because of this. Not too much to say about him. Yeah. Captain Boomer, who is a baller. I love Captain Boomer. And yeah. Now, with that said, let's get into the outro. I seriously hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait for you guys to see the next installment of this. You thought it was going to be the end. It's not the end. There's going to be more. It's going to be great. I'm super hyped to bring it all to you. Now, with that said, please remember to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, click on the like button, and comment what you thought of today's MOC. Please remember to subscribe. And I said that already, and I'm repeating myself. And yeah, check out Brick Regent. You know the spiel. See you guys all in the next one. Peace out, and stay awesome.